on first down. And with just 9 seconds left in overtime, we get whistles and a timeout following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. One overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that 2nd overtime in just a moment. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A handoff. It's Eckler. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They've had some success here in overtime with this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to him.
91 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here is Eckler, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And play will be stopped here with 10 seconds remaining in overtime as they've called a timeout. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Going on the ground with Eckler, and he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. And a timeout now here in overtime with 4 seconds remaining. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So now it all comes down to Dustin Hopkins. This undoubtedly the biggest kick of his life. And Hopkins' kick is no good. It's wide to the left. And we will play on here in overtime. So possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. And the timeout coming in here with just 7 seconds remaining in the extra session. With a heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. A give. This is Cook. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least 1 more OT to decide it after this. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. And overtime, how about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. Tension building. Here's Greg Joseph. This undoubtedly the biggest kick of his life. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Tension building. Here's Greg Joseph. This undoubtedly the biggest kick of his life. And his kick is good. The field goal is through the uprights, and they've won the Super Bowl. And they have done it. The Minnesota Vikings are the Super Bowl champions. And the Lombardi Trophy is going back to the land of 10,000 lakes. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.